A few weeks back, the big popular thing going around was that guy T's little question for feminists, or what would you ask a feminist deal? And there's a number of reasons I didn't do that. I don't get along with that guy T. I think his content's pretty cool, but for the most part. But the other thing is nobody tagged me, or if they did, I never noticed. Uh, but the real thing is, I thought about doing it anyways. A bunch of people just did it anyways. There's nothing stopping me from doing it anyways. But I didn't know what to ask because it was a great little vehicle for a little rhetorical gotcha or whatever. But it's not hard to get a gotcha in on a social justice warrior. Um, what stuck me was the idea of the very concept of communicating something to a feminist. I try pretty often to communicate with feminists, and the first hard thing to do is not to yell at them, because I don't respect them. And so it's very hard for me to communicate, and respect is sort of necessary to honest communication with the desire to hear and be heard. It requires some measure of decorum that I struggle to bring towards these people. And the reason why is partly to do with the fact that they have no intention of listening to people. It's very fascinating to see a lot of anti-feminist channels don't hardly get any downvotes because feminists don't fucking listen. And you can see on a place that's more of a feminist stronghold like Imager, like feminism doesn't really fly well here on YouTube, but if you take one of the few social media places I crawl onto where they have a lot of power, therefore is the reason why I bring it up all the time, Imager, you can see somebody might have the nerve to take a lengthy anti-feminist post on there, which would, well, not post, a comment, which with the 140 character limit would require doing a whole fucking string of comments. And you can see comment number 1, -10. Just downvoted to shit. Comment number 2, -5. Comment number 3, -1. Comment number 4, +5. Comment number 5, +10. And you can see, like, hey, they weren't even fucking paying attention. They don't have that fucking attention span with dealing with dissent. But if there was something I would want to communicate to a feminist, if I had the chance, is to ask them, why do you think I'm an anti-feminist? Because not all of them are running around saying, oh, you hate women. It's a very unfortunate amount of them. And not all of them are even like, you hate equality. It's just like, the common thread through pretty much all of them is, you don't understand what we're for. And you're arguing with a straw man position we don't really hold. Well, that's not fucking true. Most of the time, we're not straw manning them. We're either commenting on a specific number of them, and it's fine, whatever. We're not talking to you if you don't hold these positions. I think it's a myth that a minority of feminists are assholes. I think it's a majority of them, and not all of them. But what I want to communicate to them is, like, why don't you understand why I'm an anti-feminist? Because the unfortunate thing is I am everything that dictionary definition says it is. I am for equality. The reason why I'm anti, there's not really a word for it. The stand-in is BLM, but the culture of racial indignance of young blacks doesn't have a word for it, but there's a reason why I'm against that. And the reason is I'm against feminism because I'm for equality, and I'm against this racial indignance movement because I'm against racism. These people have made it completely okay to hate men and to hate traditionally masculine ideas and ideals and motivations. It's not okay to want to procreate. It's not okay to want to be competitive. It's not okay to bond through being harsh to your friends. Somebody on my video that I did about how, like, a lot of my character was built and a lot of permanent positive effects in my life came from being told, stop being a pussy. This person just could not get it. They were incapable of getting it. It's like, you just proved their point. You just said that, you know, the patriarch, you said the patriarchy doesn't hurt men too because they said, don't be a pussy is how the patriarchy hurts men, and you just said people told you don't be a pussy, so you contradicted yourself. And I'm like, no, I didn't, because I wasn't hurt. And the patriarchy didn't do that to me, my friends did. First of all, the patriarchy doesn't fucking exist. Let's get that fucking straight out the gate. There is no patriarchy, it's bullshit. But I see that feminism acts actively against men and honestly kind of hurts women by infantilizing them. That I don't see feminism is sexist towards men, but feminism is chauvinist towards women. It belittles them, it infantilizes them, it takes away both their agency and their responsibility for their own actions, and removes them from criticism, says these people are beyond reproach. You could say the same thing about the sort of new black narrative. I don't know what the fuck to call it, BLM, you know, the whole Black Lives Matter thing, that it denies responsibility in black criminal behavior, and it denies, the greater part of it denies social responsibility of black people. But it also has designed itself so it's perfectly okay for black people to express deeply and openly racist things towards white people and to criticize them for that behavior. Either A, makes me racist, or worse, the more insidious and more effective and successful tactic is it makes me jealous, it makes me butthurt, I'm over-exaggerating myself. White's tears, white people so fragile, which is precisely the exact actual manifestation of that. The patriarchy hurts men too. Any some sort of oppressive cultural system hurts me isn't by calling me names. It's by telling me my opinion is worthless. Which is what these systems do. They make one group of people, based on an arbitrary thing like their genitals or their skin color, beyond reproach, while rendering the other skin color or gender or both worthless, meaningless, without merit. And that is why I am anti-social justice and I am anti-feminist. Because these are deeply, openly, and unfortunately successfully bigoted systems. And they're so disgusting because they defend themselves by saying, you know, we are against racism. We are the party of being against racism. Be with us or you're a racist. We are the party against sexism. Be with us or you must hate equality or whatever. They're fucking complete hypocrites. Textbook hypocrites. This is without a doubt. I don't see how this is even remotely debatable. You're welcome to try, but I haven't seen one fucking meaningful argument yet. These are flagrantly offensive things. And these are systems that should offend people. You should be disgusted by this. No matter your skin color, no matter your gender. You should be insulted, at the least. Anyway, thanks for watching.